Hello everyone, it's Takuya here, and welcome back to a Kaiser Redux Hoi 4 video. The world in which Germany won World War I and everything has gone to absolute crap. My friends, I know it has been a while since we did our whole A to Z, or had started with that. I understand. With the new DLC and everything that had come out, along with the additional work and everything that I had, I ran behind and I have not been able to continue our A to Z, of which we are still in the B's. I've been doing this for a while. I really need to just start cranking out video after video if we're ever going to actually get through this thing. In our last episode, what it is that we had done is we had done Bolivia, which was painful. But guess what? We're still not leaving South America. No, my friends, the next stage in our A to Z is still in the B's, and that means we are going to Brazil. We are being sentenced to Brazil. Yeah. Suffering from extreme decentralization, the wake of the war, because we also had a previous civil war that tore the country apart in this, and a divided military, because you know, whole civil war thing. And you have the makings of a state that may be large now, but could very easily fracture into many different pieces. Looking at things from the very beginning, the world has not exactly been kind to Brazil. Brazil's neutrality in the Weltkrieg would keep the country at peace and with stability until the economic collapse following the crisis in its main trade partners after the British Revolution. The period of turmoil came to a head as the balance at play was put in jeopardy after both Sao Paulo and Minas Gerais each launched their own candidates for the 1926 elections. The stage was set for a major crisis and thus began the Interstate War, also referred to as the Civil War. Yes, that was not fun for Brazil in this timeline, and the entire country tore itself apart, but now things have finally returned to peace. Except also no, because the country is still getting ready to tear itself apart, and that means we're gonna have to wait for the 1936 elections. Political radicalism rises as syndicalists, anarchists, and integralists continue to engage in street fights, and rhetoric from politicians become more divisive and aggressive. Great. To that end, what is interesting about Brazil in Kaiser Redux is that although it has a decent-sized focus tree in the beginning here, you can't actually do anything until the election of 1936 occurs, which is not going to happen until November. We start out with a actually somewhat decent-sized economy, especially considering where we are in South America. Brazil is the large player down here after all, and we're going to need to use and abuse that. And of course, with this being Kaiser Redux, that means that we're going to have many more different political paths. You have all the varying different types of Democrat here, from the Republican, from the more social Democrat, a liberal government, and also a market liberal government. All very interesting stuff, but I don't really see many fascinating things in all this. There's nothing really special about any of these. The communist side of thing definitely has a little bit more, spice to it, to say the least. But there's still nothing really special. No, instead, the only one that gets any kind of real decent stuff in here, even though I know that we did it already when it comes to the base game, is the integralist side, the monarchy. Why, you may ask? Well, not only are you able to fix racism, but simultaneously you can go and safeguard Africa from future racist actions by taking it over yourself. Ah, Brazil. Never change. To that end, I think the name of the game here for today is a Freedom Afro-Brazilian Run. Emphasis on Afro in this case. Still, we can't do anything in the beginning here when it comes to politics, so that means to that end, we're going to have to first focus on military equipment and beeline down here to, where is it? Military engineering advancements and get ourselves a research slot. We're not literally going to be able to do anything else here until, you know, Black Monday happens. Father Cicero passes away. This morning, Father Cicero Romão Batista died peacefully in his sleep at the age of 92. The local leader, revered as a saint by the peasantry of the northeastern state, was seen as a great eminence by the political class in Ceará, acting as a neutral mediating party on disputes between corones, this landed oligarchs of the northeast. How sad. The Carlos regime. In neighboring Argentina, the past few weeks have been troublesome at best. After a coup d'etat during Christmas Day, the radicals led by Manuel Carles have taken control of Argentina, citing incompetence by the authorities to properly deal with what seems to be a syndicalist revolt. Yeah, no. We're gonna go ahead and denounce you, thank you. You aren't welcome here, buddy. And their Black Monday hits, and everything unfortunately goes to crap in Brazil. You know, worse than it already kinda was. Tenentist uprising quashed. After several days of discontent, the barracks in Porto Alegre have risen in revolt, and they were severely punished for their treason, a regrettable symptom of the trying times that we live in. Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of that here. No one apparently likes to live in Brazil. Ah yes, and general strikes. Of course. God, really no one does like to be in Brazil. No, not even the factories like to be in Brazil. As Black Monday damaged the purchasing power of non-essential goods for most Brazilians, many factories closed down as the goods have no market, and they are forced to face massive losses. A disastrous setback to our plans of developing our industry, and we may take years to properly recover. Awesome. Thank you. Portuguese colonial fare. Hey, well, yeah, that's nice. I'd prefer the colonies were under me, though. The big thing that we're going to need to do from the very beginning, even as Mexico tries to seize power here with the military. Okay, that's pretty spicy. is that we need to try to get our industry up here as much as possible, because that's going to be the thing that's going to save us. It's a life or death situation at this point. The more military factories that we get, the more that we're going to throw onto our simple goods here of guns, artillery, and equipment. And then on top of that, also probably going to need some trains here too, yeah. Return of the coffee fires. Just like in the past decade, our coffee piles up with nobody to buy it. The solution, found by state officials, is to burn the surplus of the harvest in large fires to keep the prices from utterly and completely collapsing again. This is certainly an extreme measure, but Black Monday's disastrous impact is far from over. Dark times are ahead. Yeah. They harvest so much stuff that no one wants to buy, so they just gotta burn it. Great. Gemini Rosa, like most Brazilians, has been affected by the economic issues of the time and has found himself caving to pressure to publish a book he never had any intention to. While lauded and well-known in literary circles, the Magma collection of poems has been something of a mystery until its release, and it's expected to sell well for a book of this type. What's with the poetry? Why would I care about any of that right now? All of our coffee is on fire. All right, with the state arsenal expanded, that means military engineering advancements, and we can finally get ourselves another research slot. Excellent. For this one, throw that onto guns. We're going to need a whole bunch of guns. The great thing about Brazil, though, is that we actually have a very significant supply of rubber, which is good for us. We also have some aluminum and other things, which is going to be useful because Brazil is actually capable of building an air force, and we're going to want that. We will ride the smoke plumes of burning coffee to deliver death to you all. May God help our souls. Tenantist uprising squashed. Yep, more barracks have risen up in revolts, this time in Salvador. The local garrison demanded fairer prices and better democracy, but said vague demands were silenced by loyalists who stormed their barricaded living quarters. Yeah, we're gonna continue to suffer. But hey, we live in Brazil. Oh my God. Okay, Gutilha Vargas courts state leaders. Okay, that's happening, but then there's an anarchist uprising. Brazil really doesn't want stability. All right, with military engineering advancements, that means that we actually have some research, which is great. The next step after this, since we're not actually able to do anything along this entire line, is we need to go ahead and standardize our equipment and then worry about trying to unite the army so that our military can actually function in the first place. AIB's presidential candidates announced the Brazilian integralist movement is eclectic in nature, but recent years have settled it as a monarchist, Lusitanian-inspired party that defends Catholic values with great participation from the poor, especially from the Afro-Brazilians. Hey! Yeah, between all these varying different peoples, we don't want the ones that are more nationalist. We specifically want Santos, because Santos, Vegas dos Santos, is a deep monarchist intellectual who denounces the leaders of the Republic as former slave lords. That's right. Slavery and monarchy, it doesn't go together. For anyone curious, we're basically doing almost the exact same kind of path as what you would have seen from the base game, like the base focus tree with the new Brazil focus tree, but we're going to be spicier. Fall of the Kingdom of Finland, and also a coup in Siam. Yeah, the world is looking nice and peaceful now, isn't it? And another uprising. Yeah. Brazilian stability, everybody. Germany establishes control over Crimea. Oh, there is an interesting development. Okay, then. Ukraine, what do you have to say about that? Wait, Mexican Republic has declared war on Yucatan. What happened with you, Mexico? What is going on here? Well, either way, it's time to unite the army. Our army has traditionally been more decentralized than even the state itself, with local regiments and militias operating in a nearly independent fashion from each other. The Civil War broke almost all semblance of federal authority of the army, and now our forces are truly a mess of commanders and officers. Serious steps must be taken to overcome this, no matter the political cost. What do you think, Moonbeam? What should the cost be? Yep, okay, that is about the answer that I expected. All right. Here it is, my friends, the federal election of 1936. The day of decision finally arrived. All pieces are on the table, and most of the contentious elections in Brazil's history are about to begin. Polling stations countrywide face never-before-seen lines as pamphlets and criers ask for votes across the nation. Four very different visions for the country now clash, in ideas and in some places, like in Sao Paulo, literally, as the now semi-regular clashes between unions and integralists dominate the news for the day. At least until the results start to come in. After the dust is settled, a victor a victor and would-be savior of Brazil emerges, and it is going to be Arlindo Veiga dos Santos and the Ação Integralista Brasileira. Any Brazilians in my comment section are going to absolutely hate any of my pronunciation from all this. But it's a simple thing, and Alf Landon is elected as president of the US. Okay, well, interesting. After uniting the army, this means we get two options. Either adapt the state militias into the hierarchy, which only costs us 40 army experience, or we do the federal army, which loses 30 stability and removes divided military. Okay, yeah, that's going to be immediate versus any of this other stuff that we'd be getting. Yep, the federal army, though, the armies of the state should be abolished formally and as soon as possible. They are nothing but a scar reminding us of the troubled uncertain times. That's not going to work for a monarchy. We got to remove it. Even if that means I can do literally nothing politically. And another, oh my God, how much stability am I going to lose? With that, Orlando Vegas dos Santos takes office. He has now been sworn in as president of Brazil today. In his speech, he announces the beginning of a new era for Brazil, and that his will be the election that is going to define our country's future. That completes the focus, the Regency. Excellent. And as soon as we have the federal army, which that should fix things there, that means we can immediately start focusing down the Regency path. Also, on the same note, I have a big supply here at this point of equipment, so we should start getting some of this stuff prepared. All right, with the federal army done, that means we can go down our political path. First steps first, officiate church support. Give me some political power and also national populism, because everything at this point is just looking like it's going to be boosting our government popularity. So yeah, woo the Northern Coronas and officialize church support. The clergy now stands fully behind us in our efforts to make the nation everything that it's supposed to be. The new Brazil, with the blessing of Our Lady, will be one nation under God. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Except for the stability, which is pretty accurate for Brazil, to be honest. Meeting with the industrialists, we've recently gained a mandate of the masses to rule in God's name, but yet the captains of industry in Brazil sadly remain unconvinced of our good intentions regarding the future. We'll arrange a meeting to explain our goals to them and carefully lay out the advantages of siding with His Majesty's Regency, as they've taken to mockingly call the government. The matter is, should we coerce them or negotiate in a more diplomatic manner? Well, this will give me political power, so it's only -5 stability for 365 days. Yeah, screw you, buddies. With that, we can finally start focusing on developing an air force. This is probably the thing that we're going to need more than anything else. What's interesting to note here about Brazil is that you get several options. So you can work with Fokker-Wulf, so you can work with the Germans, which in order to get these bonuses here and higher agility, you need to not be at war with them or be socialist. But honestly, I don't like the -10% range, even if the agility is quite nice. Instead, just +5% agility and speed and attack that you get from working with the Americans? Ooh, Curtis Wright Brazil is significantly better. We play our card right, and we will be able to dominate the entirety of the world with our Air Force. Those smoking snakes are going to have some serious venom. All right, after the church, it's time to woo the Northern Corones, because the Corones are simple, albeit influential people. They can be bought for very little, and their loyalty is very valuable to the aspiring monarchy. Indeed. Arms smugglers captured. Oh, we found some guns. Let's see. Guns are already paid for here. Supposed to go to Argentina. 500 guns? No, honestly, I'll take the political power. That seems more valuable right now, considering everything that I lost, as America is starting to tear itself apart. Okay. Where did I say the Central American Republic declared war on? Oh my God, how did you already form this? Buddy, what? When did the Central American Republic become a thing? I'm not even in control here. Civil war in the USA. America has devolved into civil war, a cruel coup, the voice of the people unheard, the Great Republic fallen. And now the greatest nation in the hemisphere, it's our duty to protect the common folk. We don't care. Save the Union, support the federal government. Honestly, no. Support the Union state. That's what we're going to do. Send them support. Hopefully some additional guns will be able to help that. Peru, Bolivian Confederation restored. Oh, well, that is a thing then. On my border, no less. Rondon's objectives. Marshal Candino Rondon has always been an explorer first and a general second, but always a staunch Republican. He's been on an expedition since before the elections, and he's arrived back in civilization just recently. He was appalled by the prospect of the return of the monarchy and is publicly condemning our government. While the man is old and not politically connected, he is very well regarded by the public, especially the military, so retaliation must be measured carefully. Some kind of action. Take a soft approach. Yeah, Pierre. Let's not try to piss off everything when everything in Brazil is already very precarious. Because with that, my friends, we have the Empire of Brazil. His Imperial Majesty Pedro III lies ready to receive the crown, as Brazil once again becomes what it was always meant to be, a monarchy. Only final preparations need to be taken, such as organizing the coronation itself and restoring the palaces His Majesty will live in. And we can begin. The Empire has come back to life. Chile and Argentina war. That's fun. And Peru, you're declaring war on Ecuador. Hey, that's a lot to happen here immediately right next to me. Hold up, that's not good. I don't like that. Peru, you declared war on Paraguay as well. How much are you going to attack? Oh my God. Well, with that, we have the imperial coronation. As we make our final preparations to restore the empire, some within our ranks still support the claim of Petropolis branch over the Vasarist line, led by Dom Henrique. Dom Gustavo has made his rival claim to the throne apparent, despite his father's renunciation of said title over 3 decades ago. Nope. Viva Dom Pedro Henrique, the true heir to the throne. And with that, we finally have political power and a significant lack of hair. But we can start to build up our military forces, or in this case, start to get some army experience. Yes, there we go, army reform. We're going to get that one, and then once we have 150 more political power, we are going to do the same thing with, where is it? The Air Force. We're going to want the Air Force experience gain next, too. Now, my friends, it is time to heal the chaos. Remove Wake of the War, and then immediately after that, corporate power. We must ensure that our men of progress have the tools to continue to industrialize and enrich the nation, and work closer with them to achieve economic prosperity, which will finally remove Black Monday. A monument to Our Lady of Aparecida, despite being a massively popular saint and patron of Brazil, lacks a proper place to honor it in our nation. For the Republicans, only themselves were worthy of worship. We must ensure that Our Lady is honored with the grandest cathedral possible. Oh, look at how stable I am now. That's Brazil. The prince visits the Kingdom of Canada. Prince Antonio Gastão of Braganza, last living son of Empress Isabel, has been sent to visit the Entente powers and foster goodwill towards our empire. He fought himself in the World Creek for the Royal Air Force of Britain, and thus has many friends in Canada who will be delighted to meet him again. The trip will be rather long, but is bound to be a success due to the prince's contacts in the country. Oh yes, relations. With that, the next step that we're going to need is probably securing our stability. To that event, one nation. That's going to remove extreme decentralization, which is good, give us more stability, and then after that, it's time to stop the racists. That's right, Hearts of Iron 4 players. We're ending racism, no matter what anyone on the internet says about all of you. God, Paraguay's capitulated, and Argentina is getting massacred. That's fun. Wait, did that say that Mexico has declared war on the Western Command Center? What? They declared war on an American state? What are you doing, Felicia? What? I've never seen Mexico do this and actually intervene in the American Civil War. What? Also, the fact that we're getting an additional monthly population of plus 50% from this one bonus for protecting the natives? Oh, dude, this is a glorious run. This is a glorious thing that Brazil does. Saving the world, veritably. Oh, wait, I realized from this I should have gotten this air superiority doctrine. That gives me way more monthly air or daily air experience. That would have been way better for me, actually. Next step, safeguard African culture. The African people of Brazil have long been ignored by the Republic. An unsurprising fact, considering how it was founded and maintained by former slave owners who resented the monarchy for ending the cruel practice. Not only their gatherings and practices will be protected, but they will be encouraged by a state which actually cares for the silent majority of Brazilians. That's right. The National Indian Foundation will be an upgraded and revamped version of the former Indian Protective Services, operating under close attention from His Imperial Majesty himself to protect the rights of the natives. We are truly wonderful people. Especially when we criminalize racist offenses. The elites of Brazil have long lived sheltered and caring lives, luxuriating while mocking and ridiculing the less fortunate. These vultures, not content with merely enslaving good Christians, also believe themselves cut from a better cloth than the masses. None can be more equal than others in Brazil. Those who lack basic respect will face the might of imperial law. Love it. Duarte II marries our relative. Duarte II married today a member of the imperial family of Brazil, a distant relative, Maria Francisca de Braganca, in a lavish wedding in Lisboa. The wedding, long planned by the houses of Braganca across the Atlantic, is the culmination of years of diplomacy, and the people of Portugal hope a royal heir will arrive soon. Very nice. Wait, are they going down the imperial path? Look at that. This is going quite well for us then, actually. Next up on here, Advisory Parliament. The Parliament now has a simple advisory role, and word of the monarch is final and absolute. That's a counter-revolution in Chile. Oh, getting a little bit spicy in here. Next up on here, ensuring that all direct imperial prerogatives take place. Only the monarch can control things. Next up after that, time to curb state power so that we can return authority to the emperor and his government. After that, it's time to renew title grants and start giving out some noble titles. Because, yeah, that works in an equal society. Next step, re-educating the youth, because, of course, the King of Patagonia arrives in Rio. Antoine, the King of Patagonia, arrived in Rio today, fresh from France. On request of the government, we seek his aid on important matters regarding the Mapuche and their status on the republics to the south. And, of course, it's time for a purge. Ignore this, we're all about equality. And with fewer people, there's more to share. Basic math, basic math. Oh my god, the Argentinians are actually pushing back the Patagonian Workers' Front. I did not expect this. It's rare to see the AI actually do that. Of course, the next step after that is Christian trade unions, because while we have taken the much needed measures to combat syndicalism, we should not forbid our workers to associate themselves in trade unions, for we as a society must foster good relations with our brothers of trade. However, it's no longer going to be Marxist. Instead, it's going to be through the only power that truly matters, Christ. And of course, while the world is tearing itself apart over here in the Middle East, the King of Patagonia begs us to save the Mapuche. The King of Patagonia, Antoine, shocked the general public of Brazil by his tales of brutality against his people. The Mapuche, a proud people who were never beat on the open battle, were enslaved by the Castilian invaders. These outrageous claims have drummed up support for an intervention to restore Antoine to his throne. Well, this should get wait, why do I have helicopters now? Why do I have helicopters now as a thing? What the hell? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. In fact, I start with 100 helicopters. Okay. Synagogue attacked in Porto Alegre. Oh, an incident sparked immense controversy today in a traditional Jewish neighborhood in Porto Alegre, quite near the city center. A synagogue was burnt down by a group of arsonists who then bragged about how they would cleanse the city from trickery and deceit. No. Punish these traitors. No. See, we're uniting all peoples under a crown. Everyone is equal beneath the boot. Oh no, the American Union State is actually starting to fall. Oh, that is not good. And now, my friends, we've finished all the basic stuff for Brazil. Now it is time for the organic empire. An organic empire is so called because it works like a body. Every cell has a life of its own, each vital for the nation, and a part of it nonetheless. In order to keep the body healthy, it must have a good diet and instantly treat any disease and any cells that malfunction. Well, that is a little ominous sounding, don't you think? And with the completion of an organic empire, that's going to give us a series of options. Aid our brothers in Portugal, which is awesome. That is nice. Imperial splendor, which is going to give us some political power, but more importantly, Cisplatina. Uruguay has in time since the revolt created an identity of nationhood that, while inorganic, will take much time to dissolve. We should, however, safeguard the Brazilian control of the South Atlantic by occupying the Oriental Republic by force, as a precaution, of course, against Argentinian aggression, which could very well happen. Will they fall? Let's see. First thing I'm going to need to make sure that I do here, though, is we're going to need to start buffing up some of this. Just creating some basic things that we can utilize. Uruguay, I think it would be in your best interest to just kind of give up as we menacingly exercise on your border. Fear the calisthenics. Ignore the guy who looks like he's doubled over in pain, I promise you. That is just bloodlust. The second Melbourne uprising. Hey, Australia, getting a little bit spicy down here, perhaps. But Cisplatina is done. How are they going to answer? Uruguay has agreed. Uruguay, realizing the alternative was to become an imperial province, has surrendered use of all of its ports and roads to the Brazilian army and recognized that our protection on all diplomatic matters. They are safely under our wing, and the River Plate is secured. Yes, very nice. With that, the next step that we're going to have here is, let's see, rescue the Mapuche. Nope, we're going to need to aid our brothers. Portugal is under siege. Dark forces seek to destroy the charming little kingdom from which we all hail in one way or another. We must save them. Let's do it. And at the same time, I actually had a decision here to liberate Patagonia from the Argentinian national state. Effects when selected. Empire Brazil declares war on the Argentinian national state. Well, you know what? Let's get ready to go for it. Yeah, because there goes France after the Germans, which is going to happen, yes, but... Well, I was going to say that I was going to launch a war, but then the Entente is now going to reclaim Europe. So that's happening over here. The fate of the Lusitanian integralist movement in the face of the dual monarchy. With both Portugal and Brazil now falling under the God-blessed system of the Lusitanian integralism, many have suggested that our two sister crowns come together as one cooperative government under two equal crowns, uniting the Lusophone sphere under a dual monarchy headed by the royal house of our two equal nations for the good of all true Christians in our sphere. Though this would likely be a logistical nightmare to pull off, the peaceful unification of Brazil and Portugal is well within our reach if we simply reach out for it. Alternatively, we could perform a more nuanced form of this dream, keeping separate states but united by a singular purpose. Or we could just abandon the insane plan altogether. Let's do it! Let's unite the two governments under a dual throne. Yes, we annex everything, and also at the same time, that gave me a core on Uruguay here. Can I annex them? Is that going to give me an option? Nope, nothing I can see here. I just can't do anything with that now. Well, free military units, I guess? That is massive for our economy, which in turn is going to give us a whole bunch of more military factories and everything else that we can utilize. A whopping like 11 more. Oh my lord. Okay, well... We just got so many resources. Oh my god, yes, please. Thank you so much. I suppose that the only thing that comes after that is getting some more war sport here from pursuing down the path of imperial splendor and imperial tenacity and whatnot. But honestly, at this point, we can start focusing on actually building up our military because we've completed the political path. Like, really, there wasn't really anything else to do, except, well, we will have this. But that spiciness comes when Africa collapses. So instead, no, let's go ahead and develop our military. And immediately after that, we prepared to invade Argentina, but I realized that we also get some events here for occupying parts of Africa. Let's see. Military occupation, the only answer. Form the state of Cape Verde, Guinea. Ah, great. Okay, well, I'm not actually going to get these as course. That's fine. What about Angola? Can I get that? Nope. We're going to go ahead and free Angola. Awesome. I would have preferred new management, but you know, it is what it is. Actually, I realized that I should not do this, because if I do this, then it's going to be a little bit of a problem for me, because apparently Argentina is actually guaranteed by Peru and vice versa. Okay, that's a little bit iffy for me. Venezuela, did you just declare war on the entirety of the Entente? You did. What the hell? Elias, did all of your brain power go to your mustache? Because I would believe that. Whoa, wait. That just said Argentina declared war on Peru. Okay, hold up. You doing that was pretty stupid there, buddy. And there's a key reason as to why that was pretty stupid. You see, I'm able to instantly get a war goal and then kill you there, buddy. Brazil, the betrayal that no one expected. Who am I kidding? Everyone expected it. And let's see, with improved small airframes, that means that I can finally start rapidly developing up this military that I've been needing here the entire time. Yes. Very nice. And with that, Paraguay falls, we seize all their equipment, and we can now fairly easily start moving in Argentina. Yeah, I'm going to lose some men, but honestly, it doesn't really matter now, does it? We're Brazilians. There's plenty more where that came from. All right, quickly go down here, reform the line. We've only lost a good 43,000. Really, that's nothing. There's plenty more where that came from, I promise you. Go, my brothers. Time to push. Oh, Lord, this is a brutal slog. We are having to spread out through the entirety of here down in South America. But we finally took Buenos Aires, so that is awesome. And with that, we should be able to further push down here, I think. Push, my friends. The matter of Guyana. Guyana, a French colonialist occupied province in the far north, was cheated out of Brazilian hands in the treaties following the fall of Napoleon Bonaparte. Now, with its colonialist masters busy with a major conflict, time is ripe for conquest. Ooh. We can simply demand our rightful lands. Is that going to give me anything where they, give in? I don't know if that actually happens. They refuse. Okay, wait. Netherlands is justifying against them. What the frick, man? Hold on. I don't have any troops up here. I'm going to very quickly spawn a group of those out here. I did not anticipate that actually happening, which I should have probably prepared for that, to be honest. So, okay, fine. Let's do it. Actually, I'm realizing this is not bad. I thought at first that these guys were part of the Entente. No, they went syndicalist, which means that they're not part of anything. The CSN who, as we attempt to build our very own steel mill from the ground up, we should start by gathering large quantities of capital necessary for an enormous endeavor. Canada? German? No, we have our investors right here in Brazil. Especially since we just stole all the stuff here from Argentina. But with that, my friends, we have the overwhelming majority of all the war scores, so it's not really going to matter. I can basically take whatever it is that I want. And there's nothing that Peru can do about it. With that, we go and take care of Argentina. We're looking significantly better. Build all this. 12, no. Build it in Sao Paulo. I need all the steel that I can possibly get. With that, though, my friends, the next time after this is liberate Patagonia from the Republic of Chile. Let's have some fun with it now, shall we? And there we go. Chile has fallen. We go ahead and seize all of their equipment as well, and also all their navy. Beautiful for us. Nice. And with that, my friends, the South is united, though not exactly here, because I am going to have to actually give up a decent amount of this. Still, we managed to take everything, which is quite nice. Am I getting an event about the Mapuche? No, nothing like that. Now, I guess there's not much else for us to do except actually liberate things. Okay, Argentina. Liberate Argentina and Patagonia. Yes. Patagonia, wait, Patagonian Workers Front becomes a puppet? What? Is that? Is it not the Mapuche? Who is this? Oh, no, it is. Antoine III. You liberate that, and that actually becomes very nice. Hey, the ancestral Mapuche are back on their throne. We got that. How about Paraguay? Liberate a loyal Paraguay, which is frickin' tiny here, man. And then after that, we can liberate a Chile, which liberate Chile under a friendly government. Nice. With that, the South is looking significantly cleaner. The big thing is, things have gone quite well for us, but still, I can't actually do the thing that I wanted to do from the very beginning, because for whatever reason, I guess Middle Africa actually survived. They didn't collapse. Most stable Africa has ever been here in this time. It's weird. Still, though, now we can invest in the Mapuche, I guess. I guess as Moscow falls, it's time that we fix the Caribbean over here, so to speak. Jamaica, I genuinely don't know what you were thinking here, bud. Colombia, why are you bullying Panama, which is also currently getting bullied by Central American Republic? Okay, actually everything in here in Latin America is on fire. And so still is the United States. Go, my Brazilian brothers, launch yourselves into the sun and try to bring peace to the Caribbean. There we go, there's one. Oh my god, it's still not over. Where? Oh my god, I have to invade Trinidad. Gabby, I have to invade Trinidad. Hey, I hope you can be proud of this here. Trinidad actually survived longer than Jamaica did. Well, third invasion is the charm, I guess. Since we've already taken Trinidad and Jamaica, now we have to go and invade further into more islands. Ah, great. I love it. Thank you. Absolutely riveting. Oh, you brave Brazilians holding out on the island. Oh, wait, no, that could actually be a problem. Okay, go. Quick, attack. Save their lives. Fall, San Juan. Do it before my brothers give out. Are you freaking kidding me? Not Nassau. Let's do it again. No, right as I lost the unit. Oh, well, at least the West Indies Union. You brave Brazilian soldiers holding out this island for like a full year with no supply. Okay, yeah, that was a pretty dumb move on my part, but you did your job of distracting them, and that's all that we can really ask for. I thought I was supposed to get Guyana. What is this? What are these borders? What the hell, man? Well, Middle Africa did not collapse. Nothing in here happened. My entire point of actually doing anything that I did for this focus is kind of redundant now at this point. So I feel like shaving a mustache then, now shall we? Oh my lord, the Ukrainian Socialist Republic, what is even happening here? You are at war with basically everyone. Or no, you're not. You're not at war with the German Empire, but you have Orgul's on the Empire, I think. Alexander Sheminsky's revenge. German Empire took 44 states, Mongol oh my god, Russia. Okay, that's a lot. And then the Mongol Khanate under Sternberg is they formed. Amazing. I've never seen the AI actually do that under the Mongol Khanate. If y'all haven't seen the video where I actually played as Sternberg here, and we did the whole Mongol, like, Genghis Khan 2 run, go back and watch that video. It's freaking hilarious. This was amazing. Wait a minute, the Netherlands capitulated. That means, I'm sure, if they're free... Oh, I just got the entirety of the Caribbean state. Why? What is... What? Why did I get this? I don't know, but I'll accept it. Wait, for all of our jeers, the French national state is dying. Oh, Germany is so strong right now. Why are they focusing on taking out these French? There's a different form of France that is in trouble here. Well, either way, I guess it doesn't matter to me. Venezuela, die. Go ahead. Are seriously going to invade down from this side? Okay, well, hold up. Let's go ahead and call in all of our puppets, please and thank you. And then as soon as we do that, that should focus them all down here on the side. We can then activate the plan and be able to attack the Venezuelans from the rear. Truly lovely stuff. Wait, did they just invade? They just invaded Trinidad. No! Gabby, I lost Trinidad. Let's see, with that, Venezuela capitulates. That is excellent for us. And now we only have to deal with the Colombians here. Excellent. Throw all of our soldiers onto the front line and set them to aggressive. Let's just go ahead and launch into this. There's no reason for us to have to worry here. Go for it, buddies. Go for it. Your God-given right as a Brazilian is to die on the battlefield while looking fabulous. You heard of a BBL? Well, here's a BBB. A Brazilian butt boom. Okay, we have thrown away thousands of... Yep, 69. Nice. 1,000 men. But it's fine. No need to worry. We'll just breed some more. And there we go. Fall of Colombia and Venezuela. We get to seize both of you here now. Take all of your navies, confirm an exit, and with that, boom, we've taken the entirety of the north. Venezuela, set up a puppet under you. Colombia, set up a puppet under you. And hey, that's looking mighty solid here. Yeah, with that, there's not much else to do here except go ahead and finish things off in the south. Yep, don't look at me like that. Manuel, buddy, your eyebrows can't save you now. What the hell? Why does India own all of West Africa? This should be my job. How did Africa not collapse? I only got Angola. I literally got nothing else. Well, Peru, you know it had to be done. We just couldn't see eye to eye, especially with those eyebrows kind of being in your way. Goodbye to you. The thing that's awesome at this point is that we've surrounded it on basically all sides, meaning there is really no way for them to be able to resist against us. You couple that with the fact that we have, let's see, what, a naval invasion? Yeah, it's not quite ready. It's going to take some time, but eventually, even while we're distracting them, we'll be able to just go ahead and take them out very quickly. Yep, you just need a little bit more time. So once you're ready, we'll go ahead and launch that. Ecuador immediately capitulated. That is awesome, and that means now I can start moving down here to the south, and they very quickly will have to rush troops up here to the north to protect. Actually, no, wait, I may not even need this naval invasion. Wow, this is going fast. Brazil, you beautiful boy, you. Oh, reduced down to just a couple little mountainous states. Yeah, that's about to end very quickly here. And invasion, tally-ho. And with the fall of Peru, that means that we have now fully secured all of South America, actually. Yes, I don't have cores on literally any of it, but it is actually a, friendly continent to me now. In fact, I can actually go and restore the Incan Empire. You know what? Sure. We're going to restore the Inca... Oh my god, that gave away part of my course, didn't it? Did that do that? No? No, okay, no. I fear that is what that had done, but no. I went to liberate Bolivia, and that didn't work because the Incan Empire just got everything. Congratulations, Peru. You got bigger. And then immediately switched over to the Peru-Bolivian Confederate. Why? You were so much cooler with the previous flag. But with that, we've kind of finished everything here in South Africa. We have nothing else to do here. Middle Africa never collapsed. Everything else for here is relatively stable, though for whatever reason, France still exists. Yeah, we've kind of just done it. There really isn't anything else for us. But you know what, Germany? If you won't let me in, I'll make my own fun then. We're freeing Africa, baby. I love how the entire reason why I chose this focus, the whole reason why I did this, even though technically I kind of already did the same thing when I played just the base game, is because I wanted to do a thing where I liberate Africa, and then the one time that Africa decides to stay stable and not break apart is the time that I'm doing that focus. I love it. I love it. Moonbeam, what do you have to say about the current situation? You're a terrible advisor. But you know what? It's time for some African liberation then. If Middle Africa won't collapse, then damn well I'm going to make it collapse. We are pushing, my brothers. We are pushing. Which actually, wait, hold on. I think I've completely abandoned the bottom. You know what? It's fine. We'll let our allies fight here in the south, and we, in the meanwhile, will focus on pushing more into the north. All of Africa will be free if I have to sacrifice basically every single Brazilian life in the land, which I probably already am, yeah. No Rhodesian collapses! Yes, the first state to actually fall. We are growing in here rather rapidly. It looks like we're starting to overwhelm them here in the south. They've had to pull out here in order to support themselves against France, even with them continuously raiding me. But it's fine. It's fine. Guys, it's fine. Don't worry about it. This is about freedom, and not at all raw resources. The only thing raw is me going in. Don't laugh at me, Gavi. This is a serious matter, mind you. Sweden is invading France. Oh, the Swedes. The Swedes! There goes the Nigerian Free State. Our forces are, well, I thought they were steadily moving into the south. What are you all gathered up here for? The enemy is still down here. What are you doing? And, oh, wait, oh, what the? Dutch Middle Africa! Wait, why did you collapse? Were you not in an alliance? You weren't in a freaking alliance. We did it. We did it. We took Middle Africa. We collapsed Middle Africa. Oh, I can't believe that worked. How did that work? How did Germany not help them? How did we do this? The Empire of Portugal and Brazil succeeds. We're technically still, we are. Why did they collapse? The German Empire is not in the war. They're not in the war. The only one left is the Kenyan Ugandan Free State. That's it? Oh my god, buddies, go. Go. Don't let them be called in, please. Nope, you fall too. Okay. That means I get to take all of you. And are we still at war? We are still at war. Who are we still at war with? No, we're not. It just disappeared. We did it. We seized all of Africa. Yes. And now, my friends, African liberation, as we said. Mozambique, Tanganyika, form the state of Tanganyika and include both Rwanda and Burundi. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Fate of the Congo. Liberate the Congo, but separate Katanga. Naturally, of course, we want to make sure that we liberate all peoples here, possibly. Ubangi Shari, let's do that one. Gabon, Cameroon, Wadai, Niger, Moziland, Madagascar, Nigeria, and Zambia. Look at that. We have liberated Africa. And now, my friends, all of this, I prefer the term under new management. The new Portuguese, Brazilian, super Afro-liberal empire is done. I think we actually managed to do, I didn't think that we'd be able to do it. That actually ended up being a ton of fun, creating my own little story to go and invade Africa out from under the nose of the Germans. With that, my friends, I think that we're going to end things here today. Thank you so much for watching this Kaiser Redux playthrough of our A to Z. Please make sure to go ahead and like the video and also put down in the comment section below what it is that you'd like to see next. I mean, technically speaking, in A to Z, we're going to be obviously moving on to the next letter, but let us know if there's any kind of interesting, very specific paths that you want to take, or if there are interesting little challenges or ideas that you have that we should utilize with this series while playing it. Without further ado, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, my friends. The world has been sentenced to Brazil.